There's something strange happening in the markets right now, and to be honest with you, it's something I didn't expect, and I actually didn't believe it myself right up until I saw these numbers. And it made me rethink everything I thought I knew about the last 5 years of investing, about the world markets, and about actually who is the biggest growth superpower in the world right now. And despite all of the technology, media, and AI companies, even with all of that, it's not the USA. You may not expect it, I didn't expect it, but quietly in the background, the UK's FTSE 100 has actually outperformed the USA's gold standard S&P 500. Now, we're talking about the last year. Even with the astronomical boom of the AI stocks and the S&P 500 reaching multiple all-time highs, even with all that, the FTSE 100 has outperformed it. But not just that. Even over the last 5 years, the UK's largest index fund has grown higher and faster than the USA's. So maybe the USA is not the gold standard anymore, and maybe the UK is the next biggest growth market, or maybe it's something else entirely. Let's get started. Now let's start with the facts and figures. We'll begin simple and then we'll dive in deeper. And at the end of the video, we'll talk about where is the best place to put your money and how I'll be investing because of it. This right here is a simple graph. In the blue is the FTSE 100, which is the 100 largest companies in the UK stock market. And in the yellow is the S&P 500, which is the 500 largest companies in the USA market. And it's quite clear, the blue dot at the end is higher. In fact, if we go to the returns below, you can see that the S&P 500 returned 89% over 5 years, and the FTSE 100 returned just over 100% in the same time. So if you put your money into the FTSE 100 5 years ago, you would have more money today than in the S&P 500. Let's look closer. If we go into the 1 year return, the difference gets even bigger, from 17% in the USA to a 28% growth in the UK. Over just 1 year, that's insane growth for a boring market index. But what really blows my mind is 2025 and 26 have been all about the explosive highs of the AI stocks, so high that some people are calling it a bubble. The S&P 500 has exploded, but the UK market, the FTSE 100, has still left it in the dust. Why? Let's take a look. First, we have to remember that while these indexes are a good representation of a country and an economy, they are also made up of individual companies operating in specific sectors. This is a breakdown of the sectors of the S&P 500. As you would expect, about 1/3 of the index is in IT stocks. That's your Amazon, Apple, Google, Nvidia. Then the smaller ones are financials, communication, consumer discretionary, and others. But we can agree the lion's share are tech stocks. Now let's look at the FTSE 100. The biggest allocation here is financials, at a quarter of the total, and then consumer staples. Then we have industrials, which is a lot of engineering and defense, healthcare, energy, and materials. But why do these breakdowns by industry matter? Well, they matter because of what the world has looked like in the last 5 years. Companies are a result of their management, their business plans, and their marketing, but they are also a result of the world around them. And in the last 5 years, the world has changed. Since 2021, we've seen some major changes in the world, but some of the biggest changes was inflation and countries around the world raising their interest rates to combat that inflation. Then, of course, we've seen a lot of heightened military action across all the major countries, and with that comes increases in defense spending. And this is both because of how much countries are contributing to war efforts around the world through funding and weapons, but also as the world moves away from its reliance and connections to the USA, NATO allies have started increasing their national defense spending. When NATO countries are now allocating about 2% of their GDP to defense, they are looking to increase this to 5% within the next 5 years. Then we've also seen energy prices change, as demand for energy had to rebalance after Russia's military action and the reset of how the world wanted to get its energy and where it was from. And lastly, if you haven't noticed, the prices of materials have skyrocketed in the last couple of years as a response to all of this rising uncertainty in the world. The gold price has shot up by 72% in the last 12 months, and if you think that's a lot, we have silver going up by 180% in just a year. So, the industries that have had the most to gain over the last 5 years have been financials, industrial, energy, and minerals. Now, those aren't the only growth industries. But looking at the sectors with the highest growth last year, they are in the top 4 along with tech. But tech is actually only third of the highest growing, which I didn't expect. And when industries show growth like that, there are some very specific companies in the UK that anyone can invest in who can benefit from this. And I actually own a couple of them myself. So I'm going to show you which companies have benefited the most, why this is fueling the FTSE 100 growth, and the companies that I'm investing in personally. Now, before making any investment, it's really important to do your own research. And back when I was investing in these UK companies 3 years ago, I was using Simply Wall Street then, who's an affiliate partner of the channel. And I still use it now to analyze my stocks and break down whether I think it's good value before investing. I invested in 2 UK banks when interest rates were changing. They were undervalued at the time, and expecting interest rates to rise, I started investing. I've since moved them to an ISA, but since September 22, Lloyds Bank and HSBC, 2 stocks I still hold, have gone up by 148 and 196%, and since I moved them to my ISA, they've gone up over 60% each. So getting the right data is so important before investing. With Simply Wall Street, you can get incredibly detailed breakdowns of every stock, including forecasts of earnings and estimates of fair value, like this one for HSBC that estimates it's still 29% below its fair value, and a graph showing analyst forecasts of revenue growth, or here where it takes me through the dividend information of 4% and the estimated income growth. But the most useful tool for me is where it links directly and in real time to my Trading 2 and 2 portfolio and gives me a full breakdown of my holdings and my dividends, along with a calendar of when I can expect each company's dividend payment and for how much. So I use this platform as my portfolio command center. So for viewers of the channel, Simply Wall Street are offering a free account forever and an extended 14-day free trial of their premium and unlimited plans. And if you want to link your portfolio or have multiple watch lists and company reports, then they are offering 30% off all of their plans for Casual Cash subscribers. Now, this is an affiliate link, so you will get something and I will get something too. But if you want to try them for free forever, or use the discount for different plans, then check out the link in the description. There's also a link to my personal portfolio with all of my stocks, dividends, and income, and you can check that out as well. So, with these changes in the world over the recent years, which companies stand to gain? Well, these companies here are the biggest winners in the FTSE 100 over the last 5 years. And you might notice that apart from one, all of these companies fall within those 4 categories in one way or another. The top 3, for example, Rolls-Royce, Babcock, and BAE are all companies involved in defense and will benefit from the world's increased defense spending. Barclays, HSBC, and Lloyds Bank are all finance companies that benefited from higher interest rates where people are paying more in interest to banks. And as you saw earlier, Lloyds and HSBC are the 2 stocks I have in my own portfolio that have done well. Then Shell, National Grid, and BP are all energy companies. Antofagasta and Glencore are mining companies that benefit from the increased mineral prices. So that is 17 companies, all benefiting from this current changing world order, and just those 17 companies alone currently make up nearly 42% of the entire FTSE 100 index. And when you have 100 companies in an index like the FTSE 100, it is much easier for those companies to make a difference in the share price than it is for a collection of 500 companies. And that, right there, is the biggest reason for the FTSE 100 outperforming the S&P 500 over the last 5 years, and especially so in the last 12 months, because the key is concentration. The UK market can't match the USA in its tech stocks. Few countries can. But what it can do, and what's been happening in the UK market, is that it's benefited from changes in the world that means the industries it operates in have been improving their profits and share prices at a rapid pace. And the next logical question is, do I start adding the FTSE 100 or any of these stocks into my own portfolio? Well, just remember, I'm not a financial advisor and this is not financial advice, but I'll tell you my thoughts. I found a couple of good UK bank shares at a good time, and potentially if these global conditions continue, which they may do, we could see some continued growth in these sectors. But of course, at the same time, none of us know what will happen in the future, and many of the things that have happened in the last 5 years are things we couldn't have predicted. And I'm sure there'll be things happening in the next 5 years that we can't predict either, let alone the next 10 or 20. For me personally, I've been investing a lot more into all-world ETFs, specifically these with Vanguard and Invesco, because the USA has seen a lot of changes. and the UK market has boomed when it wasn't expected, and even China is showing potential as well. But we don't know where the wind will blow next. So I would personally rather own a piece of all the top companies in the world so that no matter which way the wind blows, I can be sure to catch some of that gust for my own portfolio. But guys, that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and please remember to like the video and subscribe for more videos on the market and my portfolio. If you want to try Simply Wall Street for free or use our discount code, check out the link below, and I'll see you next time as always on Casual Cash. Cheers.